Right, this grid is beginning to look fairly solid and set. And Joe Holmes is on the back of the grid with multiple champion and genuine Club 100 legend, Mr. Mark Craddock, tootling around at the back of the grid. So he's in illustrious company. And are we going to go this time? I wonder whether or not we're going to go around again. We are ready to rock and roll, and it's Stuart Martin in kart 17 in pole position, going for that whole shot into turn one. Williams takes a look over his shoulder. Truman swaps lanes and gets on the bumper of Stuart Martin. Oh, and it's classic Bayford around the banking on the exit of turn one. Into the boot of turns 2, 3. I can't remember, is this turn 4 or 5? I get confused. Into the switchback, then it's Martin from Truman, and Williams has been pushed out wide, and it's been a rapid start from Joe Holmes. He's up to 5th place, behind Ian Blake. Teal to the inside of Truman, into the long left-hander, and then it unwinds around the hill, occupied, oh, not occupied, through the flat-out right-hander, and then into the bus stop. And now we get some round rushes. Oh, hopping over the curb. These chassis are getting replaced next year. And end of lap 1. It's Stuart Martin leading, Darren Teal, Dan Truman. Joe Holmes has pushed through and past Ian Blake. Remember, they're in the championship fight with Steve Brown, who's moved on the bumper of Brandon Williams, 4th in the championship, so there's your top 4. Can't see Pete O'Connor. No Pete. There's no Pete today. Well, he might find he's not in 5th in the championship by the end of play. So coming round, and Darren Teal has moved to the lead. Hopefully you saw that, because I didn't. And it's Darren Teal leading, Stuart Martin, Dan Truman, Joe Holmes, Ian Blake, Steve Brown, Brandon Williams. Bit of a gap then to Ray Norris, who's a bit slow out of the traps. Dan Healy, Tyler Mays, Mark Craddock. Mark Craddock looking for a way past Mays. I'm going to have to get my track map out. Listener pushing bars wide, and Elliott will do the same to him. Runs him out to the edge of the track. And they go down the back straight, or what counts as the back straight here. Let's pick up the leaders. Oh, a bit blurry. Darren Teal around the mountain. There it is. I know, all of about 6 feet. And it's Teal. Martin, Holmes up to 3rd now, ahead of Dan Truman. Steve Brown in 4th. Blake looking over his shoulder at Brandon Williams and Ray Norris. And Healy's closing in pretty quickly as well. Oh, and I forgot to turn off me sleep thing. Right, I've got live timing back now. So Teal leads. That's 0.37 of a second at the line there. That's probably about right. Ahead of Martin. I don't think it'll be Martin for too much longer, as Joe Holmes has arrived on his bumper. And I wonder, I'm guessing Steve Brown's a local. I think he told me he's pretty handy round here, but hasn't raced here for a very long time. So, Holmes under pressure from the champion as he tries to find a way by. Stuart Martin. Truman's fallen away. And Holmes has tried, he's shot, he's missed, and Steve Brown is going to go through to 2nd in the fallout at the hairpin. And Holmes is going to try and go round the outside of the hairpin. I can't see it working. Oh, and Martin's taking no prisoners. He's determined to hang on to 2nd place. And this is playing into the hands of Darren Teal, who's broken clear up front. That's not 0.3 of a second now. I'd say that's about a second, perhaps a little bit more. out of sight. And back. Can Martin hang on to second place? He went deep over the crest there. And here comes Steve Brown, looking to the inside. That's done. Martin covering to the inside there to hold off Holmes, who's conscious of Dan Truman as well. And they're beginning to stack up here behind Martin. Norris through on Truman, fairly clean. Oh, and Blake, and Truman's going to be run down the outside of this line into the long left, which I think's turn 6. Oh, and he's been shuffled a long way back. Now he's got the inside as it unwinds around the hill. I can't call it a mountain. I'm from up north. That's not a mountain. Coming through with 2 minutes 30 left. Curb warning for Joe Holmes. I think that's what that flick of the hand was. So Teal leads by 1.6 seconds ahead of Ian Blake, Stuart Martin, Joe Holmes, Ray Norris, Ian Blake, Dan Healy, Truman, Williams, and Mark Craddock is 11th. Jay Elliott struggling to make any progress ahead of Tyler Mays. John Listener has been stuck down the back as well for most of this heat. And he's 3 wide. And it's gone in Listener's favour. So Darren Teal, still 2 minutes left. And it's Teal still. Brown clear of Martin. Holmes now looking for a way by. Could be his first visit here. Heavy curb use there from Martin. Try and straight line the exit of the boot section. And it's still fairly busy behind. Dan Truman trying to recover from that aborted move in the switchback a couple of laps ago. Trying to find a way past Brandon Williams. Alex Ring in behind Truman, and then Craddock. 1 minute 20 left. I reckon that's probably about 2 laps. Teal comes through with this one in the bag. His lead still 1.565 seconds ahead of Steve Brown. Oh, a lot of curve from Alex Ring. And Brown, Martin still managing to hold off Joe Holmes. I'm surprised Joe's not found a way by. Dan Healy's got a run on Ray Norris. A long tightening left-hander and a tightening right-hander, opening up and around. That used to be flat out round there. Could still be, I don't know. It's been a long time since I've driven here. And it's a win for Darren Teal. Ahead of Steve Brown, Stuart Martin hangs on ahead of Joe Holmes, Dan Healy, Ray Norris, Ian Blake, Brandon Williams, Dan Truman and Alex Ring is your top 10.